We're in the middle of shooting 10 short Wallace and Gromit films where Wallace demonstrates various inventions.
It's exciting, you know, he's an established character, and it's just really nice to get your hands on him.
They're very lovable characters.
Always exciting, the films that he's produced.
As a kid, I always wanted to be an inventor, and in a way I find myself, you can become that inventor that I always wanted to be, because with animation, you can make things look like they really work. They're all kind of harebrained schemes, most of them. Wallace's inventions are completely ridiculously inefficient. They find the long way round of doing anything. Yeah, the TV remote control is a good example.
Don't get up. I'll use my new remote control device.
I think the whole thing, whenever Wallace invents anything, it's like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut.
On the Cracking Contraptions, it's been a wonderful opportunity to really explore some of Wallace's mad schemes and thoughts.
How do you like my Preston North End Soccer-matic, Gromit?
In all the stories, as we've developed them, we've tried to put a great emphasis on the characters. You know, that's what makes Wallace and Gromit.
He's one of life's great enthusiasts, Wallace. That is his whole sort of childlike enthusiasm for everything. He thinks, oh, this is great, you know, Gromit will love this, and Gromit's like, oh, God.
Gromit is this long-suffering dog, and you know, you wonder why he puts up with Wallace all the time, and that is such an important aspect of all the stories.
Gromit, I think, has a built-in faithful gene. He's a dog. He can't. He has no option but to stick with it.
For me, the sort of punctuation of the films, if you like, is the shots of Gromit, particularly the shots of him looking put out, of looking worried, you know, looking, now here we go again, sort of thing. Gromit speaks with his eyes. It makes them very kind of real and very human.
Everybody always understands exactly what Gromit is thinking, but he doesn't say a word, and that's one of the special things about Gromit, really. Gromit's ears are really expressive, and his brow, and because he doesn't speak. A lot of people think he speaks, but he doesn't. He communicates to us through his reaction to Wallace's adventures.
The animator has this very kind of direct contact with the character on every single frame. We've had a Wallace workshop, a Gromit workshop, where we talk about the movements, talk about the acting. The animators are actors, really. You know, they approach it in the same way. They've got to think about, you know, what the scene is about. It's all about fine movements. You know, one tiny movement can say one thing, another can say completely something else. We're excited about it because, in a way, it's back to old Aardman values, really. What we're talking about a lot is getting back to plasticine, you know, to clay, working with clay with your hands. Because if it gets all too slick and sophisticated, then, you know, you might as well do it on computer, really.
Nick specifically wanted us to go back to a more thummy look with the characters.
I think what people love about these particular characters are the fact that they're plasticine, and so we don't mind fingerprints, and, you know, we don't mind if you can see the artist in the work.
I think it does give it a warmth as well.
The hand-painted feel is what we're trying to get throughout, so everything from wallpaper to rugs and things have all been sort of hand-painted. The style is everything's slightly grimy.
Ideas have come from all directions. I've come up with some of them, Lloyd and Chris have come up with some of them, and some of the model makers and animators have all contributed as well.
With this project, it was slightly different because the animators came up with the ideas and they drew out their own storyboard to begin with.
It's nice to actually have an idea, work it through, and then be actually making it on set. That's really, really satisfying.
We all get together and just have a blitz on it all, and, you know, try pitching it to each other. Very collaborative, actually. That's what's been a good step forward, because in the past I've tended to do almost everything. That's what's been great about working with Lloyd and Chris, is, you know, they've both got experience and a certain humour and a certain way of directing, which I feel very confident about.
I think Nick's approach to animation has always been very cinematic. I mean, he's an extremely good animator, but he views things as a filmmaker.
I think our biggest restriction has been locations, obviously, because we couldn't build 12 different locations for each episodes, so really they are based around the house mostly. There are two exceptions, two episodes of them apart, and there's a supermarket as well.
Each new episode has to have a new contraption in. There's 3 films out there with a very set, specific look and feel, so you try and follow that, but, you know, bring other things to it as well.
Wallace and Gromit's always evolved from film to film.
I think the Robo Chef was rather sweet. It was completely bonkers.
Beep, 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 beep. Top of the morning.
A bit kind of Tex Avery or, you know, Chuck Jones sort of, you know, cartoony humour there.
Yum, 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 yum.
Scrambled eggs, eh, lad?
This is Gromit getting gunged with scrambled egg. I sculpt the plasticine, apply the jelly to make it look wet, take the frame, take the jelly off, sculpt it, apply it, and so on. It's actually a very tricky shot, this one. Out of the sequence, it's one of the most technically demanding. I rehearse the character moments before the egg actually drops, but once the egg actually drops, you can't really see his face. There's not much performance. It's mainly to do with getting the physics of gungy stuff on his head looking right.
Bon appetit.
Every shot you're trying to get feel out of it. It's not quite reality. So wherever the characters are, or whatever the shot is, they're in the centre of the lighting and the edge of the frame is vignetted. It's rather like you'd find lighting in a theatre, but it's very subtly done.
Oh!
It's so quirky and mad, and they're wonderful characters to work with.
Sunny side up.
Ah! Who turned up the lights?
They're very likeable. It's very English as well, and it's quite kind of quaint.
Kids from the age 6 to 60 will love that, you know. There's a kid inside all of us.
There's something that's intrinsically Aardman about Wallace and Gromit.
I think any good comedy duos do tend to work all around the world. In sort of plasticine animation terms, you know, they're like little stars, really.
This is a really good warm-up for the feature film. A lot of the animators have been away from Wallace and Gromit a long time. It's funny, Lloyd was saying, you know, when he came in and saw you know, Gromit there, he just got such a feeling of kind of comfort from it. You know, we're back to old Wallace and Gromit again.